Tuesday. So right now I'm out of work and it is raining like cat. Well, I wouldn't say like cats and dogs, but as you can see, it is a bit watery. So today I decided to go ahead and make a review for Ponyo. For people who don't know, this is based upon one of those classic anime movies that came out. It's the same person who directed Princess Mononoke, um, Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind, and Castle in the Sky. Now, Ponyo is definitely one of these other movies that I haven't seen ever. Like, I've never seen it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. And this is their second month of their second movie of the year. They're releasing Studio Ghibli movies. The thing is that we're at Ghibli Fest right now, and they just released today. Well, you have this weekend to go watch it, or I mean this week to watch it. Ponyo. I'm quite surprised that I know that there's some all-star cast in the movie, but I was quite surprised that Liam Neeson um, voiced the father of Ponyo, which I know that he was in the cast, but I didn't know that he would be the dad. And when I was then I kept on watching it, Kate Blanchett and Matt Damon. I'm like, wait, what? So basically what it is to me, in my opinion, Ponyo is more of that really sweet, very kind version of the Little Mermaid, and there is this character. I forgot who it was, but he looks like a mix of, how should I put this? He's like a mix of like Willy Wonka meets, gosh, I wouldn't know. It's like it's kind of like a crazy wacky version of Willy Wonka, but instead of being like a chocolate man or like an entrepreneur, this is basically like a god of the ocean. I'm not sure. It was, for me, it was kind of hard to understand, but it was basically all about sea life. And then there's this fish, this humanoid fish named Ponyo. Well, gosh, what was it? Grimhilda? Humilda? No, Grimhilda, I think, if I'm correct. And this boy finds this a Grimhilda in this jar and saves it, and then these two have this kind of connection. I like how the animation was with the ocean. It really was awesome. The way it almost looked like Princess Mononoke in a way, how the ocean was kind of reacting this kind of a weird substance as opposed to how water is. And how funny is that? How Liam Neeson's character, and he's a really talented actor, but the way how he portrays this kind of a highly protective father is like, it kind of reminds me of Taken for some reason. But every time when I see him, I'm like, oh my god, I think Liam Neeson's gonna kick some ass. But no, I mean, this character doesn't do anything crazy. However, it's just his approaches were kind of weird. Like, since he's from the ocean, he'll be using this kind of pump to water his way through certain, like on dry land. So he would soak the lawn or the land that's he's approaching in order for him to walk. And just the way how the place was located at the shore. For me, I was born in California, and my dad would tell me that that we lived like maybe 20, 30 minutes away from the beach or from the ocean, and he was not lying. I mean, I took a look at it, and yes, Everything, it looks all nice and beautiful. And when I saw that, it was like, hey, it reminds me of California. So the way how it was set up, and I'm like, man, just for me, I haven't been to a beach since I left California, and it'll be almost by August, it'll be 22 years. So I'm like, wow, like I really need to go back. My parents and my sister went to Galveston, and they told me that the beach was okay, but nothing compared to Cali. And I'm like, well, that's the thing. Like, I would love to go to a beach, but I really like to go to the Pacific or not the Atlantic beaches. I just can't see myself going to I mean, to actually enjoy or going swimming at, the Texas coastline. I just can't see myself. Maybe just walk around or maybe playing volleyball, but to swim, I'm like, nope, nope, not gonna do it. So I'm seeing someone right now just walking without an umbrella. I'm like, goodness, you must be crazy. I mean, I'm glad I stopped by here and much sooner because otherwise I would have been soaking wet as well. So then, throughout the movie, it was all about getting Grimhilda or Ponyo back in the ocean. And the thing is that Ponyo has this some sort of attraction to Sanosuke or Sasuke. I think so. And the mother is a CNA, if I'm correct, but she takes care of the elders. And the way how that tsunami was going on, it was crazy for me. I thought for a moment that something bad was going to happen, but everything went well. And then when they couldn't hear anything from the mom, Sasuke and Ponyo decides to. And see, that's the interesting part because, and there's a scene in which Ponyo's dad tries to trying to maintain Ponyo or Grimhilda, however you want to call her, into this kind of a baby fish or this kind of child. But she insists of growing to transform to be around with Sasuke, and it reminds me a lot from when I was little. When I was well, not say little, when I was younger, especially in high school, I really wanted to try something new. I wanted to be different, and my parents were really strict with me and my younger brother about like, no, you can't be doing that, you can't do that, you can't do this, and the way how they would kind of try to force us to maintain that little bubble, and we were just getting tired, and then we would get grounded for it. We would not do anything, like no games, no movies, no nothing. So my parents were really strict about me and my brothers about our well-being. Like they didn't want us to continue, screwing up, or the sense of screwing up. So they said, you know what, we don't want to take any risks. I'd rather just keep them in check or keep them in their bubble until they're old enough to break free. But the thing about youth is that you can only do so much to maintain their captivity. But then once they want to, explore and look around, you gotta give them some space, make sure, arm reach. But yeah, it was something when I saw that. It just reminds me a lot when I was much younger. And then the way how Ponyo was really helping out Sasuke trying to look for his mother. And then when they found the pink car that they were using, I'm like, oh god. And I thought for a moment that she died because there was no answer. The car was isolated, it was abandoned. So I thought there were so many things that were going to happen, that that she probably died, or she got killed, or something like that. But in the end, you later on in the movie find out what happens, and you're like this type of sense of relief that, hey, I'm glad that she's okay. And then you finally see the mother of Ponyo, or Groomhilda, and the way how she acts, she's really calm, really sweet. You know, she's trying to tell her husband, saying, hey, you know what, let her go, you know, let her, you know, if she has some sort of attraction to this boy, let her be. So you could definitely feel the kind of the warm motherly love that this goddess has. And sometimes you would think like, hey, you know, it's the dad is going to be a little bit more laid back, but as you watch throughout the movie, you kind of see the kind of the overprotection, the kind of the constant alert of finding his child. So I could definitely see that, but then again, it's more like if she's in love with this guy or with this boy, you know, let her kind of, you know, let her find out. So I was expecting something a little bit crazier to happen because I've seen Cast in the Sky, I've seen Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. There's always some sort of a climatic, um, like a climatic scene, but in the end, it wasn't anything crazy about good and evil or killing the entities or anything like that. It was a really nice, sweet, enjoying movie, kind of like My Neighbor Totoro. It was really calm. It was funny. It was really soothing. So yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I really did, and yeah, I strongly recommend it if you guys haven't seen it. So I gave it a five. I give it a 5 out of 5. It was a really good movie. I really enjoyed. The next month they're releasing The Cat Returns. So we'll see how that goes, and that's pretty much it. So that's my review for Ponyo. So if you guys have any comments, suggestions, or any favorite scenes you love about the movie, let me know and we'll discuss about it. So I'm on my way to get something to eat. So you guys take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.